drama. Chase success with Global.Media.com and celebrate it with or without champagne or rum.
Right. See, you put it onto
Yes.
cloud recording, not
Yeah.
onto streaming.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Eni, for the tutoring the backstage. All right,
Yeah.
guys. Welcome to our live show. We're
Hold on,
live.
hold on. They can't see it because it's on recording. Right. So what you need to do is create this live stream, right?
We are live, Mr. Eni.
We're not live. It's cloud recording. It's not
No,
streaming.
we are live.
Which channel? Which channel are we live on?
We are live on YouTube.
Are we on LinkedIn? Are we on Facebook?
Yes, we're on Facebook, we're on LinkedIn, we are everywhere.
Okay, right. That's how my screen says cloud recording. But you know, if we're live, then that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, and so I'll go to my LinkedIn page and see what you see. Yes.
Yes, we are live. We are live. I
Excellent.
confirm.
Yes.
Confirm.
Welcome, welcome our friends. This is part of making a change, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. When you change from something to something else, things change, and then you have to learn how the new things work, right? And here we
Wow.
are.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Mr. Eni, and happy Friday, everyone. It's so good to be here once again, and we're so excited, and we are so glad to be live today. Wherever you are joining us from, please kindly drop a comment so that we can shout you out. We know that you are here and we can celebrate you. I can see that we have over 10, 20 people already live with us, which is amazing. Thank you so much. For those of us who are joining us for the very first time, this is our Positivity Live event, which we hold every Friday. For those of us in West Africa, it's past 8 p.m. right now. For those in the UK, it's past 7 p.m. For those of us in America, in Eastern time zone, it's past 2 p.m. And for those of us in Pacific time zone, it's past 11 a.m. Now, the beauty of this is that it does not matter where you are in the world, where you currently are right now, you can still join us from the comfort of your car, from the comfort of your office, or probably you're just taking a walk on the road. And that's how we are doing this, to bring positivity to each and every one of us in our own location. Now, today is the first edition of the month of March, and something amazing is we are going live on Twitch as well. So, for those of us who are on Twitch, please do it to give us. Let's reach out to
Why, Mr.
more
Z?
people.
Why are we on Twitch?
Let's reach out to more people together. One thing we believe it, the more the merrier, and the more people get to hear the message of positivity, the more impact, the more inspiration we can bring to people. So thank you so much for joining us once again. We're not seeing the comment yet. Please kindly drop your comment. Let us know that you are here so that we can celebrate you and we
No,
can let the world.
there's comments. There's comments.
Oh,
I
maybe
can see
it's taking time to load on my end.
Lisa's here. Well,
Okay. Now,
superstar. I think this is Coach Carey, I think. So thank you. Coach Carey, I think, is here as well.
yes,
Who
Uncle Mike
else?
is in the building. Say it's live. It's live. We
Yeah.
are live. We are live. So sorry, guys. We are trying to get used to the technical
It's
part of
live. It's live.
the technical part the
Mike is the one asking this live or
yes,
recording.
Mike. Yes, Mike is the one
Don't say Mike. I've realized it looks different to me and Mr. Z. He sees something I don't see, and I see something else. That's a weird thing about restream. Obviously, on StreamYard, we all see the same thing, right? So my screen
Yes,
is saying
absolutely.
it's recording to the cloud, but it's not true because we're live. You
It's
can hear
live.
us.
Yes,
You
it's
see
live.
us.
It's live.
We're live.
I got notification on all platforms that we are live on Facebook, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, and on Twitch as well. So we are live on all platforms. So do give us a like and follow, subscribe, invite somebody that needs to hear a message of positivity. And I tell you, today promises to be another interesting conversation. because we are talking on a very important topic as well, how to show up with confidence. We all need confidence in our personal life, in our businesses, in our relationship, in everything we do. We need confidence because confidence is very, very important. It's very important. So for anyone who wants to join us on stage, the link is already in the comment section for those of us on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Facebook, wherever you're joining us from. The link is in the comment section where you can be able to join us and be part of the conversation. And the reason why we invite people to join us on stage is because we know and we believe that everyone has something to say. As our faces are different, so is our stories. Our stories are different and unique, and we all can resonate in different ways. So feel free, click on the link, join us and stay so you can share your thought and your insight today. Because what you have to share today has the power to encourage, has the power to impact, it has the power to inspire people, and to become a catalyst for them to keep living their life. We live in a world where many thousands, in their millions, are struggling with confidence, especially when it comes to business, especially when it comes to pricing. This is a topic that will be coming later on, confidence in pricing, confident in dealing with people, confident in speaking in public, confident in talking to your clients, confident in putting yourself out there to make the impact that you are destined to make. We know that people are struggling with this. That's why we are bringing this conversation today to tell us, to share with us on how you can show up with confidence. You see myself today, I'm Mr. Emin. I tell you, a few years ago, we are not as confident as we are today. But because we've learned over time, we have been on the journey of growth, we have been nurtured, we have been grown. We can stand before you today to speak and share with you our experiences. I was talking to someone within a week. I tell you, nobody was born confident. That's the truth. Nobody was born, oh, you were born confident. No. But as we grow up, our environment contributed, our experience contributed, and how much we've grown and groomed ourselves has contributed to our level of confidence. So there is so much we're going to be sharing today. But firstly, we are going to be introducing ourselves. And Mr. Eni, I can't see the screen. So if you see the comment, just kindly help us highlight it so that we
Yeah.
can showcase, we can showcase more people and highlight that comment on the screen. So for you, you are meeting me for the very first time. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm very excited. I'm very happy to meet you. Yes, Linda is in the building. Linda, thank you so much for joining us all the way from Canada. Please tell us where you are joining us from. It's very important for us because it's a global audience. We have people from all over the world who are joining us on this live stream. And it's a privilege for us to shout you out and let the world know that you are here with us. So, like I said earlier, for those who are meeting me for the very first time, my name is Zion Inogiru, your Mr. Positive Energy, a man who is on a mission to spread positivity to every corners of the earth, 1 million persons at a time. Now, it used to be one person, but in 2026, we had to change the vision because with the help of technology like this, we can reach out to 1 million people at a go. And that's how we are doing this live stream. I'm a positivity coach and mentor. I help people embrace the power of positivity intentionally in their everyday life. And I also help host online events. So for anyone out there, you want to reach out to more people, you want to make more impact, you want the world to hear your voice, you have a message to share, reach out to us. Let's help you organize an event like this with the power of our community, because we have a large community of people from all over the world. We can help you showcase your expertise, showcase your skills, and allow you be able to reach out to the millions of people out there in the world. So that's that about me. For anyone who wants to join us, like I said, feel free. The link is in the comment section. We'll be so glad to have you. So with that being said, I'm going to pass the mic to Mr. Eni so he can introduce himself and tell us what he does to help people and also to make an impact in our world today.
Oh, I tell you. What do I do? The world is a beautiful place, Mrs. Z, because we have options, right? We have choices, and every day we have to grow. I think that's why this topic is so important. We have to be confident that we can do the change, that we can do the thing that we want to do, right? For me, of course, I spend most of my days writing books, publishing books for authors, making authors number one international bestsellers. And so in between that, and I say, if you see me covered in paint, yeah, I got paint on me. So it means I'm decorating the property across the country in the UK. So I've been doing this for months. Lisa knows this, right? So no, so in between decorating and working and having meetings and doing events, I tell you, my life is very busy. But what we're also doing our we did our first author speakers event. That thing on the screen never works, Mrs. E. You can try it all you like. You're still pressing buttons, right? So I think our author speakers conference was good. So we've got more planned. I think I've got a few new rooms about to start. Some linked to my books, and some just good great things to do. But you find out more. So I do have a masterclass on how to earn your first $10,000 month in business on LinkedIn. That's on the 31st of March. I'll share the link in the comments. So do come along. So too many people don't make good money on LinkedIn, but if you do the right things, you can make good money. Now, this masterclass isn't just me. It's Christina Segato. She's a LinkedIn marketing genius because she does LinkedIn marketing all day. I just do events, and I've done LinkedIn marketing for years, but she knows more than I do about what works today, right? So now come along and learn from her what really works. Yeah, that's probably my biggest offering. So I'll leave it at that. So back to you, Mr. Z. Says me talking. Right.
All right,
Susan.
thank you so much. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you so much, Mr. Eni. It's always a privilege to hear you speak and to tell us about how you help people. And for us, it's a privilege. What we do is about people. We believe in helping people. We believe in supporting people. And we also believe in amplifying people's voice. So that's the reason why we do the things we do. It's not just about us, but it's about you and how we can support you and how we can help you to become a better person. So this event is a free event for all, and you want to join us, you want to speak, you have something about this conversation, you want to chip in, you want to share the nugget or your insight with us, feel free. Don't be shy. Like I said earlier, the link is in the comment section. They can bring you up on stage so that you can join us like this and share with the world, because the world needs to hear what you have to say. Don't be shy. Maybe you are not in a place where your camera can be put on. It's okay. You can take off your camera. As long as we can hear your voice, we can hear the sound of your voice, we are good to go, because that's what it's very, very important. Yes, Susan is with us on stage. Susan, thank you so much. So good to have you. And for everyone in the comment section, Mr. Any, please help us highlight the comment. I'm not seeing the comment from my end. I wish I can see it, but thank you, thank you, thank you. Drop in your comment when you are joining us. Let us know that you are here so that we can celebrate you as we dive into the conversation proper. For us, yes, our brother Michael is in the building. Say hello, Zion, dear brothers. Hello, dear brothers Zion and Annie. Yes, Mr. Michael, thank you so much. Oluwa Jumake is in the building. Say happy Friday to you too. Yeah, Mr. Michael. Hello, my dear brothers Zion, Enokeru, and Annie also. Yeah, Sean Mike, thank you. Thank you. We appreciate you so, so much. Yes. Oluwajumeke. Yes. Olajumoke, sorry. Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday to you too. Yes, guys. Keep dropping the comments. We appreciate you. We appreciate you so, so much. Yeah, that's the link on stage. Wow, that's my comment from Stwish. That's the StreamYard link where you can join us. And oh, am I saying StreamYard? Restream, sorry. Is that I'm getting used to this, don't worry. That's the Restream link where you can join us on stage and the part of our conversation. Wow. Now, confidence. Let's dive in. It's very important. For me, I've grown. I must tell you, I've grown. Mr. Henny could tell when he met me 3 years ago. to the person I am today, it's two different people. What changed? My level of confidence. I tell you, confidence plays a major role in our life. I was sharing with somebody that confidence can steal your destiny. Lack of confidence can lock doors. Lack of confidence can take opportunities away from you. Because most times, for people to trust you, they need to see how confident you are. You might be saying the truth, but because you are not confident in saying the truth, people might think you are lying. You might be doing what is right, but because you are not confident in doing what is right, people might be thinking you are lying. So that's why confidence is very important. It's not negotiable. It's not something you have to think about. And like I've already established earlier, there is nobody on this planet that you see today who are so confident in their life and their businesses that were born that way. For us, we are not born that way. But if there's one thing I will tell you, it does not matter where you are right now in your level of confidence, you can grow. Because life is a journey and not a destination. There's always opportunity for you to grow. There's always opportunity for you to be nurtured. There's always opportunity for you to become a better version of yourself. So I encourage you, yes, we already have people in the backstage who are ready to share with us. So for me, I'm just going to share with you some of the few things that has really helped me so much, to stay confident in life, in business, and in everything I do. Why? Because it has really helped me so much. Now, one of the things that has really helped me to stay confident and believe more in myself is the ability for me to talk to myself confidently. A whole lot of people, they miss this so much. For some person, they might say positive self-talk or positive affirmation, as the case may be, because confidence starts with you. The confidence you want to see without starts within. It starts within. The ability for you to believe in yourself, believe in who you are, and believe in your identity is key. If there's one thing that I discovered along the way, that the confidence I thought I want to showcase out there is within me. It's within me. And the ability for me to be intentional about the me what became a game changer in my life. Defining who you are, your identity, and believing in you is key. For me, believing in myself was really helpful. I never used to believe in myself. In fact, at a point in my life, people believed more in me than I believed in myself. When people begin to talk about me, I'll be like, is that really me? Are you really talking about me? Is that really me? So I was more like that. But today, I don't have to wait for people's accrediting me or people's validation before I believe in myself. So I work on believing in me, because one thing I know is I'm unique, I'm special, I'm amazing. And let me shock you, we have over 8 billion people on the planet Earth. In the billions of people on this planet, there is nobody like me. So when I thought about that, it changed my whole perspective about myself. So in the billions of people, there is nobody like Zion. Whoa, that's amazing. That's unique. That's a record on itself. So that really helped me to believe in myself. And in practicing self-talk was a game changer. Every time when I wake up in the morning, I always tell myself, oh, you are amazing. You are great. You are wonderful. Today is going to be a great day. You are the best person you could be. And by the time I kept doing this, to be honest with you, at first, I was not catching it. I was like, what am I even saying? But then the more I practice it, the more I started to believe it. I started to live it, and it became part of my life. So for anyone out there, you are struggling with confidence, you are struggling with believing in yourself, please look inward. Look inward, recognize your specialty, recognize your uniqueness, because it's very, very important. And secondly, another thing that really helped me boost my confidence, to be more confident in myself, is I began to focus on my strengths. One of the mistakes that a lot of people make is they focus on their weaknesses. Oh, I'm not good at this. Oh, I cannot do this. Oh, I'm not good enough in doing this. Fine and good. We all have our weaknesses. But if there's one thing that was a game changer for me, I focused on my strength. What is that thing that I can do so well? What is that thing that when you wake me up, I don't even have to rehearse or practice it, that I can do, I do so well. I began to focus on it. One thing I love doing is smiling. I can smile all day without stress, without even thinking about smiling. And it became my superpower. It became my superpower. Being optimistic, having an optimism mindset in every situation became also a game changer. So for most people, you are focusing on your weaknesses too much. For some, you might be thinking because you don't have money. Yes, I've seen people who, because of lack of finances, they do not have self-confidence. Lack of finances, lack of resources, lack of status. You know, things that you don't have has put people in a place where they don't believe in themselves, where they lack the confidence to go on in life. And at the end of the day, I will always say this: when they strip you of all these possessions, when they strip you of all these external factors, will you still be confident in yourself? That's where loving yourself, believing in yourself comes in so much. Now, in believing in yourself and focusing on your strength, one thing, another point I would mention is love you. Love you, my friend. You have to love yourself. I always say this: nobody can love you more than you. Your spouse, your husband, your wife, your children, they cannot love you more than you. For me, loving myself became a game changer. In fact, I love Zion so much that I pamper myself, I take myself out, I shower myself praises. And I tell you, it really boosts my self confidence. Why? Because loving me is not negotiable. I don't have to wait for you to love me before I love myself. I don't have to wait for you to validate me before I love myself. No. So you must learn to love you. No matter where you are, no matter who you are, no matter the challenges you are currently going through right now, loving you, it's not negotiable. Love you. I will say this again: love you. Then my next point, and there's a lot of people in the comment section, so I'm just going to end with this so that we can give people opportunity to share, and then I can come back and share. It's competence creates confidence. I cannot say this enough. Your competence creates confidence. How good you are in doing what you do can help you build a confidence that you need to do what you do. So, do you have a skill? Do you have something you are good at? I want you to be so good that people cannot deny how good you are. Be competent. A whole lot of reasons why a lot of people are not confident in themselves, in their skills, because they are not competent enough. If you have a skill, go to the very extreme to make sure you are good at that skill. And you don't have to think too far. Being good can just be having conversations with people, or being able to smile, being able to inspire others, being able to share your story. Be no Whatever the skill is, you must be able to be competent. Be competent, then it helps you to build confidence in doing what you do. I'm going to end with this so that I can allow our special guests who are already with us on stage to share with us their thought and insight on how they have been able to build their confidence. Like I said, as our faces are different, so our experiences are different. We all have different experiences when it comes to building confidence. So I'm going to pass the mic. I think the first person we have was Mr. Anthony. He was with us on stage earlier on. We have Uncle Mark with us, and we have Martha in the building. Yes, Martha, thank you so much for joining us. That's my social Saturday squad right there with us on Social Friday right now. Thank you so much, Martha. Yes, we're gonna go into one after the other. Mr. Anthony, thank you so much for being here with us. We really truly appreciate you, and it's so glad to see you. And if you can hear me, please go ahead and share with us your thoughts on how you have built your confidence so that we can inspire more people to be more confident in themselves. So I'll pass the mic to you.
Good evening. Are you hearing me?
Loud and clear, we can hear you.
I hear you
Thank you
perfectly.
very much. Thank you so much. It's been long. I've had 2 months, 2 months. The first 2 months of this year has been so hectic for me. It's like 1 year. So many things have happened in my life. Well, I want to thank God for being alive and for being here at this moment to contribute to this discussion. Building self-confidence. I think everything begins from within, as you have pointed out. Mastering self is about self. Everything has to do with self. Mastering self is the foundation of confidence, and you have severally mentioned it. I think Zion, you have mentioned it. We talk about self-belief, we talk about self-love, self-worth, self-talk. So everything revolves around self, mastering self. That's the foundation of confidence. And one thing that has helped me is reading books. I want to give it to Anthony Robbins. He has a lot of impact in my life. I've never seen him, but he's a mentor. I don't need to see him physically. Reading his books has made him one of my mentors. And one of the books that really changed my life is Awake the Giants Within. So our power is inside. If we can't have confidence, if we don't understand self. But part of the challenge that we have has to do with societal and environmental factors. The way we grow up, environment we grow up, has not given room for us to really show who we are. So everybody has to discover himself, you know. And a very good way to do that is by reading books. That has helped me personally a lot. And I thank God for online programs like these, interacting with people. As well as said, Zion, you're making impacts in the way you smile and you show your positivity. That's part of it, you know. And I talk about self. It has to do with the mind. How do you master the mind? You have to master the mind because mind is our strength, is our power, and there's some things that revolves around that. So by the time we develop our values, that really helps us in projecting who we are, you know, and also having our empowering beliefs, allowing it to overcome disempowering beliefs, because there are so many disempowering beliefs that we grew up with that is affecting our self-confidence. So we really need to have empowering, beliefs that will override those disempowering beliefs. Many of them, but we need to identify them and make efforts to overcome them. Then it has to do with our emotions as well. I talk about confidence. We must be able to master our emotions. So if we cannot master our emotions, then that we cannot show confidence. No, in whatever we do, and the people we interact with also has to do with our confidence as well. Which kind of people do we interact with? So that has to do with our references. You know, attending programs like this and having friends, you know, who one can really, learn one or two things from. Helps a lot in developing confidence. So those things, as I've iterated, can help a lot in developing confidence. These are things that guide me and has helped me. I'm still on the journey. Me so far in this personal. All these things have to do with personal development, personal development journey. I hope you can still hear me.
Yes, we can still hear you, but we cannot see you anymore.
Okay. So those are the things. Now, as I've mentioned, those are the things that have helped me, and I think can help anyone in developing confidence, in in life. So let me stop there for the time being. Thank you
All
so
right.
much for the
Thank you so much.
opportunity.
Yes. Thank you so much, Mr. Anthony, for that great share and the nuggets you've been able to share with us today. It's always amazing. And I love the fact you spoke about books. Yes, you mentioned books and you also mentioned your association, the kind of people you surround yourself with. That's very profound. Books is key. For people you don't love reading books, please read books. There are millions of books out there in the world that can help you build your self-confidence, that can enrich your life, that can help you focus on your strengths and help you become a better person. Like I said earlier, competent competence help you build your confidence. And one of the way to be competent is the ability for you to read and study, which is very important, and also the kind of people you surround yourself with. Mr. Anthony, we appreciate you so much. Thank you for your contribution and always being here with us on the show. Brankia, thank you. We'll see you. I saw the wave earlier. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you. We're looking forward to have you share later on the show. But in the meantime, we have Uncle Mike in the building. Uncle Mike, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. I know you
It's
have
a
been waiting
pleasure
for
to
your
meet
time.
you. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Uncle Mike, are you there? Yep. You're already on
Uh,
mic.
Thank you. Um, I'm going to try to get through. I have a number of thoughts on this. I'm going to try to get through them quickly. I think, as Anthony has mentioned, it's so important to have and deal with self. And I'm going to cover a few of those points. Mindset, and you've probably heard me say before, I believe in an abundance mindset versus a scarcity mindset. And I don't think you can be confident if you're approaching life in a scarcity mindset. Um, Mostly because you're going to think, well, like I'm in a I'm in a field that's too crowded, or I don't have anything to offer, or whatever. I think if we approach it with an abundance mindset, say, look, I am unique. I do have something to offer. I mean, look at Zion. He's got a smile that it just won't stop. And smiles are contagious, by the way. Uh, the other thing is victim hood, or victim versus victor. I don't think we can be confident if we have a victim mindset. So I think it's really important, and also that and I'm speaking to myself probably more than anyone else, is we're all in progress. We're a work in progress. So if we can see that whatever we're doing today is better than yesterday, we're making progress. And I think that can build confidence. Alignment. If we're unaligned, I think it's going to be hard to be confident. And alignment with our purpose. Now, what's our purpose? Well, it goes back to what Anthony was saying again, is you have to sort that out for yourself. And by the way, you're the only one that can do it. Um, Love, you're going to hear me speak endlessly about love. Know that you are loved by the transcendent, because I think at the root of all this, the lack of confidence comes from a fear. And I define fear as imagining a future where God isn't. Let that sink in a little bit. But yeah, I think that you have to do the inner work first. I think you can get support from other people. That's one of the things in 2026 I'm looking to do, is surround myself with wonderful, positive people like yourselves. And that's my share for Friday. Thank you for having me.
Wow. Thank you so much, Uncle Mike. That was very profound. Another great insight from you. And I love it's the last um, point you gave, that most of the time, lack of self-confidence comes from fear. And fear can come in different forms. Sometimes fear of the past, fear of the unknown, fear of the future, fear of uncertainty. A whole lot can happen when it comes to fear. And when you are afraid, it helps you lose your self confidence. It helps put you in that loop of uncertainty where you think you don't know what to do, you don't know how to go about it, where your thought is being clouded, you are being overwhelmed. So, one way to be confident is to overcome fear. And I love the point of Mish talking about love. Indeed, we are loved. I will always say this again and again, and I'm glad you're able to echo my thoughts and my sentiment about love. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter what you are going through right now, currently in your life. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to be appreciated. You deserve to be supported. You deserve every good thing you can ever imagine. Don't you ever think that, oh, it's so good to be true. No, it's true because you deserve it. You are worthy of that which you have right now. So don't ever limit yourself. Don't ever see yourself as small. Don't ever see yourself as you're not good enough. You are good enough. At all times, at all seasons, every day, you are good enough. Now, what we are sharing with you today, it's very powerful. It has changed our lives. For me personally, I wasn't a confident person, I must be honest with you. I was never confident in myself because of the fear of my background and the fear of the future. But here I am today, being able to stand with you and share with you, inspire you. It's because why over the years I've grown, I've become a better person. And I don't want to keep it to myself. We need to share it more because there are thousands of people out there who needs to hear this message and who needs to be inspired. So thank you so much again, Uncle Mike. We really appreciate you. Mr. Eni, are you back there or should we continue? Okay, you are there.
Always
So I
here,
would
my
really,
friend. I'm always here.
yes, I would really love you
Let,
to
let,
help
let-
us introduce our next two guests on stage so that you can share with us
okay,
their
I'll,
thoughts on the
I'll do that.
conversation.
Cool. Let's do some of the comments. Oh no, so I'm pressing buttons too quick. Okay, so let's try again. Yeah, Sean, I love this, my friend. So I'll speak after our speakers have shared their insights. I don't know if there's anything left for me to add, by the way. Mike added many things. Dr. Anthony added many things too, right? So, well, and you, Mrs. Of course, you added some genius too. So I'll find something to add to the conversation. But tonight, Sean says confidence for me is less about building a stronger personality. I agree. And more about trusting the deeper part of ourselves that knows how to respond in the moment. When we're less caught up in overthinking, the natural intelligence tends to show up. I love that, Sean. I should dive deeper into that when I get to speak, my friend. I see Obianu Jews here as well. If I destroy your name, shame on me, terrible Nigerian. But I try, Obia, I try, right? Do forgive me. Or you tell me how to pronounce your name properly if I miss it, right? So of course, I see you too. Duyum, how you doing? It's been a while. Glad you're here. I see you too, Miss Yolanda, my superstar client, my superstar author. Yolanda's book is nearly out. It is coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Well done, Terry. Thanks for joining us, Yolanda. How are you doing? We need to talk, right? And Cyrus, always a complimentary genius that he is. He says this live event is arguably the best of mindsets events which I've ever had the pleasure of attending. Thank you, guys, and Marsha. Now Marsha's on stage as well, right? I'm sure Cyrus is probably streaming this on his Readers TV. The Cyrus has something called Readers TV. It's a website, a platform that shows events, live stream events. So in case you're not on LinkedIn or YouTube or the usual places, then you can go and watch many different events on this platform. And they're all for free. Of course, you get to watch replays as well. As Sean says, I often think about the drama triangle: victim, hero, villain. When fear takes over, we tend to fall into one of these roles. I find it fascinating that the fear feels real, but it's being created by the thoughts we're having about the situation. Isn't that so true, Sean? My friend, Sean, of course, is a mindset genius. So he is sharing with us the truth. That's what it really takes. We lost the end of your comment, Sean. Too long. Okay, so let me finish what Sean was saying. So once we deeply understand this, confidence becomes less about forcing ourselves to be brave and more about stepping out of the story we replayed for so long. I agree with that too. Who's LinkedIn user? Musi, is that your name? Yeah, it looks like it. So this is an amazingly brilliant group of panel. I tell you. Hopefully I pronounced your name right as well. Of course, we have the superstar Melanie Richards, the one that talks about being possible. I'm possible. She is it's her live stream. It's on YouTube at Best of Times. But she also talks about trust. Mel is a trust legend amongst all of us. She's driven by that conversation about trust, and she uses music to design her events. That area, she's very good at it. How you doing, Mel? Great to see you in real time. So Obia says, how can we shift our mindset from fear of failure to confidence in trying? That's a conversation today, my friend. That's what we're talking about. So that's what everyone's sharing with you. So let's get to the end, and you'll see. Hopefully, it will make sense. And then you have a formula. I will say to you, you need to, probably read what Sean said. It's more than a feeling. All right, I have, I don't know which one to go with. I know for Lasha, go and help me out, Mrs. Z. I have no idea because I haven't got your name. All I've got is your handle, right, on YouTube, which is great. But I can't work out your name from there.
I think it's Fatoki Shadi.
You're a
Yes.
brave man.
There is no harm in trying.
Sean says, I'll make them shorter. Sean, I tell you, Restream has a word limit on everything. Description, too long. Title, too long. This is too long, that's too long. But, make your comments, my friend. Better still, join the studio. Come and share with us. Then, we hear you in real time, right? And so, okay, that's Obia's question. I got myself all confused, right? What's this one? So Sean says, Obia, a good question. And I have one for you. He says, right, Obia, here goes. When you've taken a step despite fear, when you've taken a step despite fear in the past, did confidence show up before or after the action? Perhaps once you begin moving, when you began moving is when confidence shows up, is what Sean's saying, right? Action, then confidence. Many people do it the other way around. They think I want to feel confident, and then do nothing when they don't feel confident. What a bugger, right? I'll come back to the point, Sean, in good time. Great point, that my friend. Let me stop talking. Let's talk to Marsha. How you doing, Marsha? We must keep meeting like this.
I don't know why I look so close up like this. I'm going to put myself off the camera because it's too close. Oh my goodness. But I came here because, as I came today, I had received 2 bad calls before coming on, and I said I need some positiveness, I'm going to go to my tribe, which is here. And I tell you, your energy can be sucked out. And I think Anthony mentioned the emotional intelligence part, how that is such a crucial key in the element of confidence, because we can have all the confidence in the world. We can walk into rooms and feel confident. But if we receive a negative news, how do you stand up and still be confident and work through it? And so today, I'm kind of challenging myself right now, where I'm leaving those challenges, right, that happened earlier that are out of my control, and just coming here and kind of taking my mind off of it, but just to focus on the conversation, but still not let my emotions get in the way, if that makes sense. Because at the end of the day, we are human beings with emotions. And of course, we have to show up in the best way we can. And we can't show up with tears, with anger, but I do love the way, Zion, the way you move with your smile, you know? and the love that you show people and people that you don't know, and the acceptance. And that is teaching us the kindness that we can find in anyone if we actually look beyond that human being. Like there's actually more. So I don't know if this makes sense, but I hope it does. It's been a rough couple days because I've been sick. And then today I've gotten these calls and I'm like, what is going on today? How do we get confidence to come back? So I came back by showing up here on LinkedIn, and I put a little bit of lipstick on to make me feel confident, okay? But for me it makes me feel good, so I did a little extra, but just sharing. I'll pass it back over to you, and I'm going to take myself off the camera because this is way too close to my face. Oh, there we go. That's better.
Uh, Thank you so much, Martha. Thank you so much for showing up just the way you are. And I love it when you said being yourself. Because one thing we practice here is real positivity, not negative positivity. So we
Mm,
practice real positivity in the sense that you can show up the way you are. There is no pretense, there is no hiding it. We know the situation, but we're not
mm,
allowing it to define our life, define ourselves. So if you want to cry, cry. If you want to say the way it is, you're free to do that. There is no hiding it, there is no pretending it, because we love being ourselves. And thank you so much for joining us on stage today
mm,
and being with us and for finding your tribe, because that's the whole essence of us doing this event. To be able to be an inspiration, to be a help, to be a
mm,
shoulder to lean on, especially in tough times like this. Because I always say this: true test of positivity is not when things are rosy, it's not when things are going well. It's when you go through the challenges, it's when you go through the tough time. There you really can tell, "Ooh, am I a positive person?" And Mr. Mike mentioned earlier your association, the people you surround yourself with. That's why we are here. Having that family you can go back to and say, you know what, this is how I feel today. I need some positivity in my life. I need some smile. I need some energy. And I tell you, these are the things that actually make a difference in our life and help us go through those difficult times. So, Martha, thank you so much. We appreciate you. You know, we love you. But I have to say it again to remind you that we love you so much. And we will continue to be a family and support each other one day at a time as we grow on this journey. So, Mr. Annie, I'll let you go on
awesome.
now.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, Sean can't join us because he has a commitment on top of an hour. But tonight, whilst he's here, Marsha, he's counting your hair strands. Apparently, it's not true. It's not true, Marsha. You can't say
It's
that. I
okay.
can't say that
You can
closely.
count it. Let me know how many you count. Let me know.
There's over a million, I'm sure, right? You're not going bored like I am.
I
So,
sure hope so.
so Mel says, "Hi, Marsha. Thanks for lighting up our days with your transparency, your vibrant energies, and lessons learned. Keep on keeping on, beautiful. I tell you, that's oh, isn't that so kind of her?
Thank you,
You
Mel.
know, yeah,
Sweet.
it's true though. Thank you. And they say, it makes a difference, right? Not everyone shows up. Not everyone is willing to, especially after an illness. But you're here. So you and I are on the show on Monday. Let me do Sean's comment. He said, Sean says, of course, negative or bad news drops our state of mind. It drags the whole room down, right? Recall that news happens once. After that, our thinking keeps it alive. Confidence comes from giving ourselves space in our inner world to settle so that we can. Sean, yeah, yeah. Hmm.
Hey, Annie,
I'm not.
can I pipe in before I forget? Sorry, I'm old.
Yeah,
Um,
go for it. Go for it.
the one thing that when Zion I think was talking and watching our wonderful Shawn Michaels comments is
Mm,
I think one of the things, at least for me, that really builds my confidence is when I overcome something. Meaning,
mm,
and I think the more that you, particularly, maybe you're at a low point in life, And for me, when I've conquered whatever that was, and sometimes it's fear, I will admit to having a lot of self doubt, and when you conquer that, I believe that's actually a confidence builder. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Yeah. It's these are the things that lack of confidence brings to us: fear, self-doubt, and then not trying to do things right. And being stuck. Let me think what Sean's saying. Right. So Sean saying confidence comes from giving ourselves space in our inner world to settle so that we can. Oh, then I have to go to the comments bit. So that we can see from a clear perspective. My eyesight, Marsha, is terrible. I should wear glasses, but I can't be bothered.
Yeah, I'm on my phone, so the words are very tiny,
I tell
even with
you.
glasses.
And so Sean says, I find that changing the question I'm asking in the moment from why is this happening to me to what's the next useful step from here?
Yeah,
Indeed.
Mm.
yeah.
Hmm.
You know, that finding solutions rather than dwelling on the problem or our emotions, right?
Yeah. Also, another thing, just to add to what Shawn Michael just said is this mine or is this someone
Mm,
else's?
mm. True. I think you mentioned that as well earlier, Mike. Much of our confidence issues come from our past traumas, our learned beliefs, rather than what is really ours. It's from what we learn from childhood, what other people put on us.
I
Yeah,
call
and
that victim versus victor.
that one, that
And
bit, right?
and the other thing, I don't know if Martha meant this, but sometimes it's not ours. Meaning that that whatever that outcome wasn't ours to own.
I
And
agree.
and I know sometimes I take ownership for things I shouldn't, and that doesn't help confidence. So I think
Mm,
sometimes it goes back to understanding our purpose, understanding our alignment, and looking for gaps, and
mm,
and then trying to do the internal calculus to say, is that mine to own or not?
mm. Yeah, I agree. I don't know whether the outcome is a thing. I think the process is more important for our confidence, Mike. In this context, outcomes affect they're based on many things, not just us, right? But as long as we show up every time and give and do our very best that we know to do on that day, then there's only two things that can happen. Either it goes very well or we learn, and that's the outcome. The result of the thing is not really that important, of course, unless it's life and if you're a surgeon, it matters, right? Don't kill them, treat them, don't kill them, please.
Well,
But for most of us, it doesn't matter really,
yeah, I say failure is an opportunity to learn.
unless you're a
Uh,
surgeon. Don't do that. If you're a
Unless
surgeon,
unless you're a surgeon, fail fast. And I think that's the other thing. Sometimes when we see entrepreneurs or people successful, we think, oh well, they were just they
Yeah.
it kind of fell from the heavens or something. I'm like,
mm,
no, no. Often maybe they even failed in whatever they were doing 3 or 4
Mm-hmm.
times, or
ninety
3 or 4 businesses before they made it big. So I
90% of them fail, Mike. 90%, no,
yeah,
maybe even more than 90%. Everyone fails,
Yeah.
and then even there's a rocket that goes to the moon doesn't fly in a straight line. It fails several times. It goes the wrong way, and then corrects itself, and
Yeah.
then it gets to the moon. So that's the same as someone's building their business, right?
and when they're
Surely, should
building a
come with
space
your amount.
program, many of them blow up, and
Yes,
people forget that. It's like, yeah,
they
there's
do.
a lot of testing that goes into that before it
No.
gets to the moon.
It is all of that. It's all of that. So Mrs. Zara, I know Sean says self trust equals confidence.
Self-confidence,
Sean,
true.
totally agree with you on that one. So I'll pick up all your points, Sean. You read my notes, haven't you, Sean? That's what it looks like. No, I know what Sean talks about, and I'm not surprised that many of his thoughts resonate. Mrs. Zara, welcome. How are you? Zara says, "I don't try clothes on, clothes try me on." Yeah, you think about that for a second, right?
Absolutely.
Wow. Mr. Branca, how are you doing? I say, hopefully I haven't pronounced your name too badly.
This is a nickname. Sorry,
Okay.
my real name is Federico. I'm from
Okay.
Italy. I'm from
Okay.
Italy.
Okay. How do I find you on LinkedIn?
What?
Federico.
No, I is the LinkedIn link. I can send you on
Okay.
DM.
So even that, or just make a comment. Make a comment.
Make a
On
comment.
the-
I seeing a very cool live right now. This is a very good panel. I really like it. First, because I can understand your accent
Cool.
of you all, because sometimes I have a little language barrier because
Mm.
I not study English. I learn it from here and there, and so I understanding you, and this is very cool. You are masters of confidence, and confidence is a very big word.
Can,
In
can I
this,
can I say something quickly before you carry on, my
yeah,
friend?
yeah.
You are part of making this great event. You're part of making this event great. As long as
Thank
you
you,
know that,
thank you,
right?
thank you,
And
thank you. I appreciate
look,
it.
I'm always in awe of people who speak English very well, like you do. Because if I try to speak Italian, I can't even say 2 words. Maybe I can say 3 words. Maybe that's it, right? I'm
Absolutely.
saying, now you speaking English, so no, good on you, my friend. You've learned well, and your confidence shines through. Please carry on. Please tell us what you're going to talk
Thank you,
about.
thank you. No, it's like talking about confidence. Too big a screen. No. Small screen.
Confidence.
Yeah. I have a lot of confidence, but not. This is not my language, so I don't. Maybe I say something wrong, and I don't mind it. It is different, but you carrying a very important part of the life, the self-confidence. This is one of the most important part of the life, because some people live in the autopilot sometimes. This can happen because the life is difficult, a lot of troubles, and sometimes people is down and the life is up.
Yeah.
But it's very important to drive the wave. I don't know, when you surf, you have to surf the life and stay with the head high, and live the life, because it's very important. And sorry for the language barrier. It's very difficult to explain a very delicate a very difficult. It's difficult to explain this, because
To
it's very
simplify it,
philosophical thing. So I'm trying, but I really appreciate your way to live the life, because life today is not easy. It's not in the easy mode. We are living in a very difficult mode world. People are bombing right now, and this is you have to do self-confidence for staying up, because when you know that people are difficult, it's difficult to staying up, but you have to do it. We have to do it to stay together, to stay good, and to live the best world that we can live. And we have to do a lot of work to live the best world, but we have to do it, and we have to. I don't want to. We have to do it. No.
It's true. It's
Is
true. I
also
agree.
for us. We have
Yes.
to enjoy the world. The world is a miracle in the universe. You know, a little rock that is in the universe, and we live here. We can do a great world. We have some problems right now, but we can do it. We can do it. We don't have to say, no, the world is bad. The world is bad. No. We have to enjoy it and to improve it. I don't know, migliorare. I don't know. Sorry, I don't have the word, but enjoy it and work together.
Yeah, absolutely. Ooh.
My friend, I agree with you 100%. You know, I got every word you're saying. You know, I think, of course, like I say, you know, at least you can speak English. I can't speak any other language. We're quite lazy that way, right? But and I think I agree with every point you make. You know, it's the conversation today really, it is about what you're talking about, my friend. It's about doing things to make the world a better place. It's about believing that we can. It's about believing that we really should. No, we can. We have it within us. We all do. And even if things look odd, things look wrong, it's on us to do good things for the world. Otherwise, the world won't be a better place. I agree. I'm totally with you. And with that confidence, we don't do any of that, right? No, we have to genuinely be willing to do things and do great things, big things. For all of us, our time is now, right?
Yes.
I can see you're young. I'm old. Mike is young.
I'm not young. I'm not young, my friend. You are not old. You are not old.
I believe you. I'm getting there.
I got 33. Oh, 33. I don't know how to say in English.
I'm still older than you. Trust me. You look far. You look far too good looking to be my age. I tell you. You still got your hair.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous because you got more experience. Okay, you got more
Good way of looking
experience
at it,
in
my
this
friend.
world.
Good way of looking at it. Look, thank you so much for your wonderful addition. And we do have to do things and enjoy doing them. Lack of confidence means that we don't enjoy doing. And I say, as Sean says, we fear failure.
Yeah.
Even though failure is a path to success, we have to embrace doing great things. We can't just rely on other people to do the big things because it's on us, right? Jay, I see you. Jay says, yes, I can. Again, that's another important thing that we have to say to ourselves, right? Yes, I can. Instead, see, without confidence, many of us do the what if thing. What if it goes wrong? What if I fail? What if they laugh at me? What if? Always negative. What we should be saying, what if it goes really well? What if this is brilliant? What if this is what the world needs?
Yeah.
Yes, I can create it. That's what brings us to where we are every day. It's why we all wake up and get out of bed. Otherwise, just stay in bed. Might as well, because nothing's going to change. I keep doing what I know to do. And nothing, and the world is just not a better place for it. Look, please, put your name in the comments. That way I can tag you, because I normally do a thank you post to all our speakers. So I'm going to be able to thank you and tag you properly. That way I don't get your name wrong with other people. But I'm sure your name is
Yes.
not as
And if you can put your social handles for us as well, so that we can be able to follow you up and get to connect with you, that would be so amazing. Okay.
Yeah. Right. So the Branko, so if you can just say, put your social media link, your LinkedIn, You know, you put
I
comments.
don't use social media. I use only for scrolling sometimes, but I don't have social medias. I'm here on Twitch. I see your channel
Twitch.
on Twitch. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, see, so Twitch does
Oh,
work.
oh,
Yeah,
thank
yeah.
Twitch
you.
does work. I was asking him earlier, why are we on Twitch? You know, now
Yeah,
I've learned something.
for
I've
me,
learned
for
something.
me. Thank you for
Yeah, you're
being
here.
in
It
Twitch.
means it's working. It's cool, right? So Z, can you send Zara the link, please, to join the studio?
Okay, let me do that now.
Says, what's the link? Have I missed something? So I think Mike has a song. Says, okay, and so OPS says, you speak well. You know that's the part of being confident. Exactly that. You know, I agree. You know, you did speak very well. So Stanley, welcome, welcome, welcome. So Stanley Green, you don't know who he is. Power Thinking is his business. Power Thinking app is his tool to teach confidence, amongst other mindset strategies that we can all use, right? You know, so do connect with him. So Stanley, you get all my invites these days because why not, right? And I know we need to see you more, so more people get to download the app. That's why I invite you to all my events from now. Now, before I was like, no, he's too busy. He said, no, it's too big a person to join our party. You're here. You know, you're giving us joy by being here today. Thank you so much. Okay, now so I get to share about confidence for a bit. If
Yeah.
anyone else wants to come up, please do come up. Otherwise, yeah, you have to listen to me talk, right? God knows I can talk. I just carry on talking. Anyway, hopefully I'll give some good points. Or hopefully. Look, I think now the importance of confidence everyone's mentioned so far, right? You know, confidence is, I think it's one of those life qualities that we all need. Without it, we're in trouble. But with it, life is just a better place all around, right? You know, it's a confidence in ourselves. I mean, there's that saying, isn't there? You know, so with confidence in self, without confidence in yourself, you're twice defeated in the race of life.
Mm.
You know, we need confidence. You know, and that's where the thing that goes with that is whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're probably right. You know, so the
True.
comment that was on earlier. You know, and we have to think that we can, because
Mm.
if we think we can't, we're not even going to try. You know, we're going to live in fear, as we mentioned already, right? You know, we can't afford to live in self-doubt. But many people do, sadly. They haven't got the confidence. You see, here's the funny thing about confidence, my friend. When we think about doing stuff, everyone is confident.
Mm.
Now, can you run a marathon? No, I know I can't because I've never done before. Right, Zion, can you run a marathon? I'm sure you could, right? I'm saying everyone says I can do it, I can do it, and then see, but it's in the day what Sean calls in the moment that you find out what people really are, what the confidence really looks like. Because most people suddenly you see fright in their eye, you see fear in their eye, you see fears in their eye, you see fears in their voice. You can know he's there. You're like, oh, and then they won't show up, like Marsha said. They just don't show up. And then suddenly you don't see them. And you're like, thanks. You know, you let me down, you let yourself down, and you know, and all because you're afraid. There's nothing wrong with being afraid. You know, so being afraid is part of life. You know, when we're doing something new, we have natural fear about what if I don't get it right. That's fine. You know, see, all of that tells me life is all about doing things. Right, much like you said, my friend. You know, only when we do things can we build confidence. Confidence is not a feeling. Again, I mentioned already emotions. And Marsha mentioned it. I call her Marsha, and her name is Martha, but you know, we've always called her Marsha, right? Like she said, you know, you can't let your emotions, your fears, run your life. Don't leave your confidence to a feeling, because you might wake up tomorrow morning and not feel confident because it's a feeling, right? So I prefer to be confident. Let me give you a simple example. So, when I looked this afternoon, I thought, what's our topic today for this room? I looked and I was like, okay, how to build confidence. I'm like, okay, fine. I know that, right? So I'm going to be there. I'm going to share some of my insights, and it's going to be good. Don't feel confident, be confident. And I know there's some positivity thinking and feeling around that, but I'm saying be confident. The simplest way to develop confidence I found, the reason I didn't panic about our topic today, the reason why me, Zion, and Jamie turn up here every Friday and not panic is because we have done this so many times. For how many years? 3 years we've been doing this?
Yeah.
Every Friday?
Yes.
Right. So at the beginning, Mrs. Z, I used to log in and see the topic and think, oh, what am I going to say? But you and I do this on Mondays. I do events every day of the week. I said, and we've done this event every Friday forever, right? For 3 years. I'm saying, I know what we do. I know what we talk about. I know how it works, right? I know how my confidence works, which is what I'm going to share with you today. See, confidence comes from doing, as Sean said. I know, Dr. Leslie talks about this many times. Only when you've done something do you know you can do it. Do you trust yourself? That's what confidence really is. Confidence is when you know you got this. And only by doing things do you move that fear of, oh, what if it goes wrong? What if I forget what I'm going to say today? What if what if, right? Take action. But when you take action, give it your best shot. And embrace everything as an opportunity. If it goes wrong, let me tell you that, as I said earlier, no one's going to die. Unless you're a surgeon. No one's going to die. You get, in life, we get the chance to improve. Everything we do, you do it once, you say, okay, I've got that. Then you do it again, you get better. And so you go, right? Let's not wait to be confident before we do anything. Let's do to be confident. Then you become confident. And that's just how life works. Of course, I would say, from what Branko said as well, we have to support each other. You want people who actually support you, don't you? Don't knock people. Don't when something goes wrong, don't beat them up. We'll run businesses. There's nothing worse than a customer who screams when it goes wrong, right? Ignore that, my friend. That it's not about you at all. I'm just saying generally, right? We have to support our friends, like Marsha did when I turned up today, right? Be a good friend. Give people a bit of understanding, right?
Yeah.
There's different situations, and if someone has done you, then that's different. I'm saying, but let's be good friends to each other. Let's support each other. Let's give each other a chance, a second chance, literally. They might have learned something. They might get better. Let's hope they do, right?
Yeah.
But confidence is, it's very important, and I think we can do a lot to share the joy, the love that makes confidence happen. Let's do that. Let me stop talking because I can't see people in the studio carrying talking because I feel bad, right? I imagine Dr. Leslie came up first, right? Yes, Mrs. Okay, awesome. I'm glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here tonight. You're one of the ones I was thinking, would love to hear from today on this topic. Like I say, I know you talk about this all the time, so we'll give you the mic. How are you doing? It's been a while.
Yes, it has been a while. 2026 has been a new year of shedding the old things that no longer do I value or find value in, and making room for new things. So I hope everyone is well. I wanted to come up to share something about confidence because I think it could be helpful. So I've been working with confidence and achievement for almost 20 years now. And I've discovered that confidence, like any muscle, grows in direct proportion to its use. And the way it's used is through accomplishing goals that you don't know how to do with consistency. And so if you don't set goals that you achieve consistently, and they're haphazard or sporadic results, then the same thing is happening when you go to the gym and then you don't go. And then you go back for a couple of days or a few weeks, even, right? You're starting to get into it. And then you lose your inspiration.
Okay. Awesome. No, so I thought we lost you for a second. Your internet is a bit choppy.
Oh.
Go, please carry on. Let's see if it works better.
Okay. That's
I
interesting.
can hear her.
I can hear her
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, me
I
too.
can hear you too.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm doing that on purpose.
Interruption.
So you can hear her perfectly. If you can hear
Yes.
her perfectly, it means it's my internet.
So
Right.
here's the thing
Okay.
about that. We are in Mercury retrograde right now. And what that
You're
means
fine.
is that what can go wrong will go wrong. And whether you believe in astrology or not, it doesn't really matter as long as you have an excuse not to be upset about things when they go wrong. But what I was saying is that it's important to have a goal that you're so driven to achieve that you do not know how to achieve, that you've likely failed before. And that's where Annie brought up fear, because our fear of failure and being criticized and judged is prevalent. We've had that for decades, but we're trying to do something different. We are trying to build faith in our ability and deservability to do the very things that we failed at. And confidence grows when you find the process that allows you to set and achieve your goal consistently, so that your confidence grows along with the momentum of your business. That is what I wanted to share. And thank you for allowing me to do that. Yeah. Hey, Zion.
I think my internet was cracking, but it seems to have fixed itself now. And the second part I heard perfectly. So
Well, it heard
look,
mother's voice.
Yeah,
It heard mother's voice.
I knew you were going to share. So I think this is a point that I think we should, we need to all take away from here, right? It is about doing. It's about doing, and then becoming the person who does that thing. As I learned from you, that's about repeating the doing.
It's the repetition is the first law of learning. But the only way you can get confidence, if someone says to you, oh, well, come and take a class and I'll teach you how to be confident. That is not, it might give you some tips, but if you want sustainable, really generic, generated by yourself, you simply need to learn to set goals that you will achieve every time. And if you can do that, if you can find that process that works for you, then you will build confidence and you will build your business and you will be successful and happy. Thank you.
I agree. I think it goes back to what Sean was saying as well. This is really a conversation about self-trust. How do I trust myself to do what I say I will do, to deliver? Because if you don't trust yourself, then you're not going to feel confident.
Yet, the fear, our fear of criticism and judgment is stronger than our confidence. So that's what stops us. And that's why the goal that you set, or whatever it is you're going for, must be compelling, nearly obsessive. Hey, Jay, and you love it. You see the world through the prism of your desire for that thing. That is what will outweigh the fear and have you step out on faith.
I agree 100%. Thank you so much for joining us, for sharing your genius. There's many people, Mrs. Z, I give the mic back to you. There are a few comments that we'll go through as we go. Sean's free now. That's why Sean's on stage. I just realized, right? Who's this person? No, who's this person? This is another one of Zion's Twitch people. Well, it's on YouTube though.
No, this is YouTube.
There's
This is
someone called
YouTube.
Deathmatch. Imagine that. You see, I'm, on my game consoles, I'm NEO. Yeah, original. I don't call myself Deathmatch. My son is called Goofy. Goofy Shoe. I'm like, who thinks of things like that? You lot do, right? Welcome anyway. Welcome, my friend. Glad you're here. Mrs. Z, I'll give you the mic to do the next to introduce our next two speakers.
Yes. Thank you so much, Mr. Eni, and thank you so much, Leslie, for joining us and sharing your deep insight and wisdom. You know, I always look forward to hear you speak because you are born to do this. This is more like your field, your expertise, and you are filled with so much wisdom, with so much knowledge that is very practical. So whenever you speak, you talk about practical things actually apply to our life, and it's very, very profound. So thank you so much. We appreciate you for gracing us with your presence on stage. We do not take it for granted. All right, my brother Zara, thank you for joining us as well. I know it's late midnight for you, probably 1 a.m., 2 a.m., but you are here with us. For us, it's always amazing. Thank you for being part of the community and for always sharing you with us. So if you can hear me, go ahead, share with us your thought on the conversation on how we can build our confidence and show up well with confidence. Cool. Zara, are you there? Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I think he's there.
Yeah. It was
All right.
it was amazing. You know, uh, like what Nana said, repetition, repeat, and about the prism thing was so compelling. I hear, and what what I felt like was like it's like a lamp, lark, and it does not remove the, but it's the visible. I know Nana has lost one eye, and she's writing and with that eye, and she's on the stage, and I know I want to come here, and I want to work on. I know that I have got that something for her macular health. I know that confidence is knowledge, because much deeper and deeper to collect all that. It's like a bridge, and, but it allows you to cross that bridge. It's like a heartbeat. You don't notice when it's steady, but it sustains everything you do. It's
Mhm.
like flex what you believe about yourself, but not about what others say about. No, I mean there are lots of times these events here online is something different. But when you have 1,000 people or 500 people in front of you, you're one of the person in the audience, you're given a chance to ask something to the panelists. You may lose your track. There are like 500, 600 students listening to you. So I've been through those feelings a couple of times. It's like a river. Okay, it flows forward. Sometimes fears, but always moving and moving. There is a bug in my stomach. like for Martha as well. It's, I believe I'll keep on sharing this knowledge as far as one day all my friends who are there, they will get something out of it. They will me in this health and well-being uh, race. Confidence grow. You get more confidence, like how Jay said. Get more knowledge. Things you're passionate about, you should be. It's like a compass. It does not remove the storms to orient towards your true worth. It's like those the back of Mike. I saw those piano and yeah, it's for the it sets the rhythms for when play those to set those rhythms. Others to follow. Even if they don't those guitars or those pianos at the back of Mike, they are the musicians. It's like a confidence. It's like that small seed. But when you keep watering it, you keep caring it every day. A small then grows, becomes, and into that tree. It's okay if it's just a no, but you know it's going to give shadow for the travelers, for everybody, that people are going to come there and sit. So it grows knowledge. When you show up. Yeah.
I like that. Very deep, Mrs. Zara. Very deep. Confidence. Say at the beginning, I think, and rightly so. When we're doing anything difficult, we don't have confidence necessarily. And I don't think we can fake it till we make it. I think we have to believe. Maybe Sean. I know you're gonna. I know you're gonna disagree. So I'm gonna say what I always say, Sean. Some people are naturally confident. They are willing to try things. Or there's some people who are naturally anxious by personality. They're anxious. They worry about everything, right? But like you said, Zara, I think we can all grow that seed of confidence into being able to strut our stuff. But that only comes from doing and becoming confident. Maybe one thing that hasn't been said today. Of course, our last two speakers, and I see you, Marsha. I know you've been here. I know you've been here for all a while, right? I think we have to be willing to learn. We have to be willing to look like a dumbass in the process of anything that we're trying to do. But I think this is where it's important that we tell ourselves that we're willing to do whatever it takes to make it work. You talked about speaking on stage, for example, Zara, I'm talking 500 people, 1,000 people, right? If you've never done it before, don't be surprised if it doesn't go perfectly. If everything was easy, everyone would do everything. Nothing's easy, right? And someone said it earlier. Everything's hard. I think it was Branko that said it. Everything's hard, right? And confidence is not about a general confidence. That's a personality bit, Sean. Some people they're willing to give it a go because they believe they think they're just willing to give everything a go, right? Well, some people are just not. But I think we have to be very clear that confidence is very specific. Confident in what? It's not. It's not. I can't just go around and say I'm confident. I'm not confident to run a marathon. I just said that. I said that earlier, didn't I? I'm not going to run a marathon. I'm just not because I'm not going to finish. I know I'm not. I don't have the confidence to even begin. Whereas if I, even though my wife runs marathons, my son runs marathons, I'm saying if I had joined them years ago, I might tell myself, you know what, I can do this too. But confidence to speak in public is confidence in public speaking. Confidence to design a great piece of art is confidence to do art. Mike's music. Now we've seen his pianos. Now we know that Mike is not just a pretender. Mike is a true artist who spends time crafting music. Crafting music. I said the confidence in the thing is what's important. But you have to do that thing, as Dr. Leslie said. You have to do that thing over and over and over. And then you become the person who does that thing. This is Sean's language. Your identity becomes that person. That's what confidence really is. It's not feeling. If you rely on a feeling, one day it's going to let you down. One day it's going to consume you, because when you don't feel confident, what are you going to do? Not do it? No. Make it your way of being. Doing that thing is your thing, because you've done it so many times that you know what you're doing. Your brain just says, "Of course, I got this," and then you do it. That's when life becomes a joy, right? And as Branko said, we can do very hard things, but let's do them and then build confidence. Sean, I'm saying everything that I'm sure you mentioned in the comments, and that I'm sure you want to talk about. But I'll give the mic to you, my friend. Thank you for joining us. No, you're on mute.
Did you just mention me?
Oh, I was mentioning you. I can't not mention you, Sean.
I was like, I need to be ready. If Annie's calling me to the stage, I got to be prepared here, because he always likes to shine the spotlight on me.
Yeah. It's all yours, my friend. It's all yours.
So, first, I want to talk about what you shared. Do some people appear more confident or more anxious? Yeah. Does that come a little bit from their personality or past experience, or even how their nervous system processes? Yes. But I think the key thing is do we acknowledge it? Like, okay, yeah, I don't have some kind of natural outgoingness, but I can change that. I think that's the trap we get into, is we just think, I'm not confident, I'm not a good public speaker, and we repeat the stories in our thoughts. As Leslie speaks about, we let the fears hold us, because some of the most seemingly non-confident people, when they had a burning desire, that magnetic pull, it's not even a driving force, I think of it as a magnetic pull. It's like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm shaking inside. I'm scared to death. But I acknowledge that feeling is being generated by my current thinking. And thinking is like weather. It passes. Leslie and I have talked about this on her show a few times. It's not like we always hear that false evidence appearing real. No, fear is real. It's 100% real in that moment to that person. If you've ever had a situation where your body, your chest tightened and your your stomach starts doing somersaults. That's real fear. The difference is it's generated from our thoughts, because generally we don't have the real fears. Hundreds of years ago, enemy tribes might kill us, or crazy wild animals might eat us. I don't think any of us are worried about that today. So our thinking generates these fears, right? Fear of failure. We're not really afraid of failure. We're afraid of, like is it 7 fears? Leslie will have to confirm. I can't remember if it's 7 or 8. The fear of judgment, the fear of criticism, right? We're really afraid of how will people judge me if I fall on my face. But I really believe confidence it's constructed. It doesn't fall from the sky. You wake up one day and like, suddenly I'm confident. I spoke on any show 5 times, so now I have confidence installed. Yeah, I wish it worked that way, but it doesn't. I yield the mic, and yet Zion. And like everybody else said, brightens my day to see that Z smile up there.
The man has good teeth, Sean. I wish I had such good teeth. That's what I was saying about Mr. Z, right? Now, I'm glad you came back, my friend. I'm so glad to see you back. Josette, I don't think we've met before, but thank you for joining us. As Mike said, it's never too late, and you arrived just at the right time, which is so true. Now, of course, Sean, I think I agree with you, everything you say. We have to face our fears on day one. And take it from me, and I say, I guess I've read it. I've read a lot to understand that everyone who's doing anything big on day one has those fears. Yes, they're real in the moment, but we have to overcome them by being willing to take the steps. And sometimes part of our conversation about confidence is the need to do the work, the preparation. Jay talks about having knowledge. That helps, right? But knowledge is not going to give you confidence. Knowledge alone is not going to give you confidence all the time, right? No, certainly not as much confidence as what you're going to get from having the knowledge and having the experience. If you want to have confidence in something, do it and do it repeatedly. Then it becomes a habit. That's how people do stuff. That's how we do stuff, right? What does Sean say? It looks opposite, Sean. It looks the other way. Go on, tell me what it says.
I forget about that darn reverse camera.
How do you get a reverse screen? I don't understand. That is so weird.
Well, it's in settings. I mean, if my camera's
I've got the mirror. Yes, you got the mirror.
Try again.
My right hand.
Yeah.
It's my left hand. I erased it now. Anyway, I saw Mike's comment. Love Mike. Can we please stop pathologizing imposter thoughts? I'm on a mission to stop using the term imposter syndrome. It is not.
It's a thing, no?
It's human. It's human. It's human. Anyone, when we stretch out of our comfort zone.
No. I'm not going to give you this one. I'll give you many things in life, my friend, because you're a genius, right? This one I can't give you. I'll tell you why. Quite simply. So, and I worked for a long time. I still work with him now in a coaching company called Gidankan. And he's big on imposter syndrome because he's annoyed that it afflicts women mainly, and also minorities. The minorities out in the workplace. And he said it's like any. No, you can't just ignore it because it's a real thing.
No,
And it holds
any,
people back.
I'm not ignoring it. Don't. Let me be clear. I'm not saying that the
What's
thoughts, calling it a syndrome like it's a disease you
mm,
catch.
mm.
I have met successful Hollywood cinematographers who do amazing work, and now he's taken his knowledge
Mm,
in cinematography and he's using AI to recreate historical events like Lincoln giving the Gettysburg Address. We have no film
mm.
of that, but he's recreated these recreations that are insane. And I sat in a room with him, and he struggles with, is my work good enough?
Mm.
CEOs struggle with, if they really knew what I'm dealing with internally, the board would terminate me as CEO.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody, and yes, it does affect certain groups more. I think a lot of that is, I call it the imposter monster because it's
Okay.
something
All right.
you're
Same
never
thing.
going.
Same. Okay.
Well, I say the
Right.
imposter monster because he's always going to be there to taunt you when you stretch out of your comfort zone. He's always there.
It's an affliction, Sean. Surely.
It's not an affliction.
Okay, Sean. What? Okay, I like Monster. I could consider using Monster.
Well, because I say
I'll take
imposter
it. I'll
monster
take it. I'll
because
take it.
to think that you can somehow eliminate it, that you can just like do some work and it's just gone. I mean, everybody on the panel, how many
You
of
can. You can.
on any
You know,
honestly, have you ever felt like an imposter somewhere
Yes.
today?
No, not today. I used to.
Nowhere.
Everywhere.
No, I mean right now today, is there nowhere
Yes.
you feel like an imposter?
Let me
100%.
think for a second.
Every
Let me think for a
situation.
second. Let me think. Oh, maybe Lisa's room about menopause. Sometimes I think, I'm amongst
And
all women, and maybe
yeah, and
Christiana's room.
you're usually behind your virtual screen making
Yes.
some tea, right? Like, please don't call my name. And any, I don't know if it's your camera computer position,
It is.
but I see you like this.
Yes. No. My computer is on a
And
table that's low.
I know you have more confidence than that.
Yes. Yes, for sure. It's that this is positioning. Look, yeah, I think imposter thing. Maybe we should discuss it one day. Maybe if not here, then in my being your authentic self and business. I think that'd be a good place for it, sure.
yes, I
Because
think,
I
yeah, go
Well,
ahead,
come
and
sir.
it's
Susie.
appropriate because imposter is the
Mm.
anti-confidence monster.
It really is. I agree. That I can
Yeah.
take. I think
So
we
put
need to
that on the
find
agenda.
ourselves. Yeah, no, we will. I definitely
Yeah,
will. I think
yes.
can you shed the coat of being an imposter, not believing in yourself, in other words, and
This is
then
the
to
way.
strut in your stuff.
This is the way. Again, we've talked about perspective and the way you see things.
Mm,
If I hear those thoughts, like you're not good enough, you're not experienced enough, whatever it is, and we go, oh, I should let me pull back. Oh, wait. Let me mute my camera so I don't have to face it. Then yes,
mm,
that's the imposter causing us to shrink back. I wasn't asking. I wasn't. Mike, you can have your camera off. Illustrative purposes. It's how we look at it. Do we look at it as I should pull back, I should shrink a little bit, or do I say, okay, I'm growing, I'm improving, I'm stepping outside into that uncomfortable learning zone? So you can flip the perspective, like, hey, I stepped out of my. If you're not feeling imposter, your circle's too small.
Yeah, you're in the wrong room. You're not doing things big enough. I can agree with that.
Right, like
But
Eleanor
but
Roosevelt
there
said,
is
right? Do something every day that scares you a bit.
yes. Well, I think there is a there's an experience of the atypical in those spaces where even if you get there, even if you are the boss, even if you are the genius, like the top scientist, the top whatever, right? You can still feel that sense of imposterness. That's but we'll cover this later. But I get what you're saying. We need to get to a place, all of us. I think, we benefit from getting to that place where we can literally strut our stuff. When we turn up in a space, all of us here, our confidence comes from the fact that we can, we know we can. We don't even think twice, right? Go on, Sean. My eyesight, Sean. Okay. I tell you what I'm going to do.
Well,
Let me make it easier for everyone. Hold on, hold it up.
If you can
Let me
dream it, you
try.
can achieve it.
he did that all on his
Thank you. I was trying to make it. Yeah, that one. That
on the
one.
screen.
It's true. It's so true, young man. It's so true. No, at his age, that's confidence, right?
Yeah.
Other kids run the other way and hide. It's true. If you can dream it, you can achieve it.
The reason I brought up imposter syndrome was I actually had to go through an exercise of exactly what I kind of say in the second comment is I actually do a review. I spent 13 years as a CISO. So this is not at any one strata level or anything. I think that in fact this probably bothers high achievers maybe more than others because you're always expected to achieve at a certain level. And what I had to do was there was a few instances where I didn't feel that I had achieved what I might have. And so I was suffering, if you will. I'm not going to call it syndrome. I'll call it from the imposter monster was attacking me, and I did just this. I did an analysis, or I went back through my achievements, and they're not humble brags. They are the steel beams that turn self doubt into watch me soar. Own the receipts and watch the muscles pulse. I think it's really important, and it's for everybody. But you have to own your wins, and
Mhm.
I think particularly in the as Melanie calls it, this fragile AI world, the things are moving so fast that it's easy for us to kind of get lost in the sauce. So I think it's really important to take a I don't know, take a moment or take a week or a month or something, and you get centered and it's really reality. I think, and maybe this is where Sean's heading, but I think we play these games in our head, and it's not really reality. It's we're allowing ourselves to build these false castles in our minds, and we have to bulldoze them. That's my share. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Uncle Mike. Yes. Any you are speaking, but it seems your mic is muted.
I say we'll beat this up in the next few weeks. I mean, there's so many different topics related. Imposter monster, pride. Should you be proud of yourself? Oh, yes, you should. Some will tell you, is it that's a monster in itself. But that's it. Let's leave that for now. I want to just raise Josette's point before I come to you, Zara. I'll give you the mic and they said, it's a sound issue only from my end. Josette, I tell you, it's not just you. I've had sound issues all through the show and in many other shows I've done recently on Restream. I don't know whether it's Restream, whether it's my internet. I never know. Whether it's your internet. I just never know, right? It's odd. It's very disconcerting, but as Mike said, it makes him listen harder. Sometimes the words are just not there, Mike. Everyone freezes, the people freeze, and you're like, damn, what's happened? But it's not just you, Josette, at all. I think all of us have this same sound issue, maybe recently at least, anyway, right? Mr. Zara, please, sorry to this now get involved in your comment. Please share with us what you want to. We do have to go soon, my friends. It is 9 o'clock. We've never gone this long before, have we? We have. Not for years, right? Zara, the mic is yours, my friend.
Yeah, I was just like, start with Mike, but then you just said, "No, no, 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 not this, not this subject. This is, I don't have imposter syndromes or imposter, but I have that imposter subscription, and it renews every month automatically. I don't know, but when you are into something that you really want to build something for yourself, and especially when the Mike and everybody else are like sitting on that first world countries, and we are like on that part of the world. So yet it does, sometimes activates, and it's more challenging for us to educate people. And the profession which I chose is absolutely about personal and to challenge people, and to not actually challenge people, to prove them with the logics. Okay, look, you cannot eat salt and calamari fish every day. Your body does not produces omega 3s. So we chose a profession where I have to educate myself every day, that what are those sources, and how I can help people, and then to not just actually try those things on my own self first, to become my own testimonial, and then all those families around me here, to educate them. Okay, look, some nerves issues or anything, I am here to help you out, and I've got something for you, and to educate them actually. And it's much on that part of the world, but I can see like on your side, UK, US, Canada, became familiar, and they understand these organic farming. So a profession with myself was challenging for this part of the world to unlock on that side of the world. Share just wanted to about imposter syndromes, that automatically when you kick off your own, when build yourself, entrepreneurship easy, this word entrepreneurship, whether in music, or whether that's like you're offering something, whether that's going on live here with any, to help people show up every time, every day, to within these different. Martha just messaged me. She was like, Sarar, why don't you and Ana Rakhina, you guys are in the same team? Like, yes. So she is a super in Spain. Within like 2 months, she is a supervisor forever living. And I'm struggling. It's over like 3 months here, because I have to do much harder work. I was saying, why don't you guys go and do the events together? Well, it's not possible, because first, the language barriers. She is busy in growing her teams, and I have to grow my teams. When she'll be ready for that, to come and show up on the live events, okay, I can think about that. But the level where I'm standing right now, something else, because I'm doing different events. Sometimes I have to show up with this confidence. Do here. So building relationships and touch those points where you can simply come and show up and help people's problem. It's not everybody's job. It's not Ana Rakhina's job. It's not everybody's job. People are made for that. They know how to connect with the people and their feelings. Yeah. I mean.
Well,
I get what you're saying. Were you talking, Mrs. Z? I'll keep quiet if you're talking.
no, thank you so much, Mr. Annie. Thank you so much, Zara. We can go on and on and on and on about this conversation today. It always endless, but that's why we show up every Friday. to always continue the conversation and bring it again and again. And I believe that it has been a powerful and empowering conversation thus far. But next week, Friday, is going to be another time where we can continue the conversation. And from what we've discussed so far, I can tell you there are many topics that can be brought out from this
Yeah.
conversation about confidence. So let's stay tuned. And I believe that next week, Friday, is going to be another conversation in continuation of confidence. Yes, we are doing a series on confidence. So we're going to be continuing this conversation on confidence. And I believe that so much share, so much nugget, and so much insight that we will be sharing continuously, even on this conversation. For me, I know that confidence is very, very important in all areas of our life. In all areas, very, very important. And the ability for us to master it, because nobody was born with confidence. It's something we've been nurtured with. It's something we have to master. And I love it when Leslie said repetition, the ability for us to repeat again and again and again. And then in repetition, we become so used to it and we become a master of what we do. For me, it's something I'm looking forward to. So I would just say, everyone just dropping their last comment for the conversation before we round up for today and prepare for next week, Friday, for continuation of the conversation. So, Mr. Ain, I will go with you first, then every other persons can share their contributions.
Yes, thank everyone that's joined us and for your amazing comments as Izan's pinned them. Now I know how you pin comments, and I never knew before, right? So, anyway, Mike says Leslie flexes confidence like I press buttons too many times on this thing, right? Like a muscle. It is like it's confident. Like flexing the confidence is like a muscle. Yeah, I mean, you have to practice it and keep practicing it. And as Zaraz made clear, it doesn't mean it's going to be easy every
True.
time. That's what I would say. Prepare those days. It's when you overcome. Leslie said when you overcome the hard parts. It's. I think it was Mike that said it. When you overcome the real hard challenges, it's when you become a master. Put it that way. Right? I think that's the truth. I'll leave it. I'll leave it there, my friend.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Ain. Yes.
Who should we go to next? Should we go to Mike or should we go to Sean? We'll come.
I think Zara is on camera, so let's go with Zara.
Okay,
Zara,
let's go.
Mike, and then go to
Okay,
Coach Michael.
all right.
Yeah. What did you just said? We are going
Yeah,
one off, right?
What's your last point? What's your final point?
We're closing, right?
What's your key
I was in
takeaway
a message to
today?
Deirdre, and she.
I think it's breaking out.
The key takeaways were okay, people, the maybe they're sitting in New Zealand, and I'm sitting here in. Entrepreneurship is not easy, guys, and sometimes the countries will jump in. Sometimes some of the narratives and perspectives people are having right wars, and to people that forget about the global wars right now, but we have to think going to support some family in Pakistan. Let's think that way, not about countries or anything else. We are going to support Zarar for like 2-3 years. Now, my key takeaways: get into racism again because we already suffered. We can have a big lesson from that. That is war, but he jumped in it. So let's be together instead of thinking he's an American company or Zarar is a Pakistani company. Let's forget about that. Let's become national and become more human and become together. Confidence
All right.
will always help us people. And then they can change their selves, their minds. You show up, and then you have a chance to help people to think globally.
All right. Thank you so much, Zara. We appreciate you so much for being here with us. That's always a great point for you. Uncle Mike, in 1 minute, what's your final thought for us?
Love yourself, love others, believe in yourself. And I really don't think you can be confident. It has to start with from within. And in fact, I would argue if you're looking without, you've missed the point. That's all I got for you.
Yeah.
Well, Spot on. Mic drop. Thank you so much. Coach Michael, yes, your final thought, 1 minute on today's conversation.
1 minute.
That was for
So
you, Sean.
generous. Yeah, I know. I agree with Zerar and Mike wholeheartedly. Zerar on let's love each other because we're human.
Mm,
Forget the imaginary borders, the colors of skin, whether we have gray hair or black hair or big, beautiful smile of teeth or a camera angle that looks like we're going to fall asleep. Fear can pull us into the drama triangle.
mm,
Mike mentioned it, the victim, the victor. I said it in a comment, right? The three roles, the victim, the villain, and the hero. They're all wrong. The fear pulls us into that. But a lot of that fear is being generated right here.
mm.
It's the thoughts that we're believing in that moment. And confidence is looking fear dead in the eye and say, I'm doing this anyway.
All right. Thank you so much, Coach Michael. We appreciate you. It's always amazing to have people with deep insight and wisdom, vast experience about life coming to share in the conversation. For me, you've said it all, but I want to reiterate again the power of positivity. That even as we go in our everyday life, being optimistic, embracing every day with a positive mindset is key. And I love the fact we talk about spreading love, spreading kindness, and spreading compassion. It's not a function of your skin color. It's not a function of your background. It's not a function of your location. It's a function of you and me being human. And the humanity in us is more important than every differences we can think of. So if you have an opportunity to put smile in people's face, you have an opportunity to say kind words to people, to show compassion, please do it wholeheartedly, because that's how we can make the world a better place. And never you forget, when you are positive, you are possible. And in positivity, there's always endless possibilities for you, for me, and for every one of us. So thank you so much, everyone, for being here with us today. And we're looking forward to next week, Friday, where we're going to be having another powerful conversation on this same topic. So, guys, we appreciate you and we say have a wonderful weekend ahead of you.
Yeah. So welcome, Dr. Festus. I can't ignore new people who join us. Yeah.